Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? How is going? Let's check. Is all good for the video? I mean, can you see the landscape mode? Welcome back. Hello. I'm not sure if you can see the whole screen, the landscape mode, or just half. Because from my phone, I see just one portion of it. Sideway. Hello. So, mm, I'm a sideway. That's something very weird. Now you see me vertical, correct? I think so. Yeah, yeah, but I wanted to make on the landscape mode, but there's no possibility to move it. Yeah, now is frontal mode. I tried to do with the Streamlabs, but there was an error on the app, and it was not possible to run the tool from there. So now I am on directly streaming from YouTube. At least you can see. Sorry if it's not landscape mode, but it's just portrait mode. But anyway, we are here. Lovely sunny day in Pompeii. I have to use my hat again for the summertime. My sunglasses are on. So let's wait. Yeah. Yeah, it's happened to Patrizia as well yesterday. We need to check it out. What happened? Because this new technology is always changing something. So how are you today? Lovely to have you here. Tomorrow we have other tools from Pompeii. Tomorrow we have an amazing portion of the site, and on Saturday we'll be live streaming from Sorrento. So don't forget to follow the channel. So we will be live from any a lot of beautiful place. Yeah, working on lunch break. That's fine. This way works. Yes. So let's give another minutes for our friends joining, because now it's 6:03. Sorry, 5:03 p.m. in Italy. I'm so happy that you are here as well, Noreen. So please, the long questions we can leave for the end of our tour. Don't forget, I will upload this video to be public, so anyone can go and watch it whenever you want. Oh, Marlene, yesterday I was on a real tour, on a real life tour with a family from Nova Scotia. Yes, they seen my Raptor hat. They say, you're a Raptor fan. I say, yes. So great to see all of you. Uh, I think that the quality of video is okay, it's good, the sound is fine. I mean, don't forget we are from an archaeological site streaming, so it might happen that the quality of the signal can drop, but please stay with me. And let's start our tour. You will be in Amalfi in June. I would love to book a tour. Is there a way to cut? Yes, for sure. Patti Porretta. If you look in the descriptions of this tour, you will find the links to that reminds me to my website. So amazing, dear family. Welcome to Pompeii. My name is Raffaele. I'm live streaming from Pompeii, from a beautiful portion of the site, which is the new excavations area. And have a look where I am. I'm moving the camera to the other side. Please, for the long questions, we can leave for the end of this tour. Remember to like this video and to subscribe to the channel, because it will help me a lot to have not so many errors when I'm streaming. All right, have a look. What a beautiful part of the city I am now. That pine tree alone sleeping on still part of the ash covering a big portion of Pompeii. So I am at the extreme northern side of Pompeii. Pompeii is a huge site. It's 124 acres. And the place where now we are is the extreme north of the city. That is the Vesuvius. I will show you better very soon. We are at this northern side of this of the Roman colony, and this was the place where actually the aqueduct built under Augustus had the main cistern of water, the so-called Castellum Aquae, which is the big building that you can see in front of you. So the Castellum Aquae was placed to the highest part of the city, so the gravity force, thanks to then pipes, could move water anywhere around the Roman colony. Ciao, ciao, Bet. So right where I am at the extreme northern corner, where you can also see there a portion of a Roman watchtower destroyed during the civil war in between Sulla and Marius. Happened around the first few decades of the first century BC. That was one of the towers that they were part of the city walls. And this part of the city where I am now, apart the Castellumacque, is still completely buried. Because I'm telling you, and I told you many times, Pompeii has still a quarter of the Roman colony still waiting for the archaeological excavations active now, but we will dig for the next century, I think. I think I will never see, like most of us will never see Pompeii complete. Because if we will have excavations for 120 years, well, that is a long, long, long time. And look at the amazing view that you can get from the main Cardo. The Cardo is the road south, north, totally made of basalt. It's a beautiful view that today the sky, it's amazing. With all of these few clouds will make everything so dramatic. Because when you are in Pompeii, we always have to talk about a drama, a tragedy. The tragedy of the man Vesuvius, the tragedy of an explosion, an event that changed the way of life in the Bay of Napoli and through all over the Roman Empire. The tragedy that happened during 79 AD. The emperor was Titus, was after lunch, as Pliny the Younger described in his beautiful letters full of passion that you can find and read. He said that after lunch there was a huge explosion from the top of the crater that was sleeping for over 800 years. The Mount Vesuvius woke up. The explosion was like 1,000 nuclear bombs. The whole shape changed. People did never seen something like that before. And then the pyroclastic pillar in about few hours arrived 30 kilometers up to the atmosphere. The sky was totally covered. And that is the monster. That is the Vesuvius, dear family. Imagine people they never seen something like that before. And Pliny described the columns that he could see from the top of the crater like that pine tree. So imagine this pine tree. He's seen the pyroclastic pillar from there, 30 kilometers. The sky was covered and the first products falling down here was little pumice stones. People trying to escape anywhere. Most of them were in their homes. But 3 meters, 9 feet of pumice from the ground after 11, 12 hours. Most of the second floor were falling. There were a lot of fires around the street. So actually there was not a safe place to go. The sea was rough. Pliny the Elder with the Roman fleet died for the gas. And then when the pyroclastic pillar that was so high to the sky collapsed and went to the south where we are now, 300 Celsius degrees steam that killed any form of life. Gone. Game over. And then Pompeii had a range of ash for days that literally covered the whole site for 30 feet where I am. It's one of still virgin part of the site waiting for the new excavations. We started the excavations of Pompeii in the late 17th. Ordinando even the ages from all over the world. And then, where our tour today will be focused on this new excavations area. Most of the city has shops at the ground floor, like a bakery, like restaurants. When you see the holes around the walls, they were used for the wooden beams for the upper floor. Then they had also several fountains for the clean cold water. We were talking about the Castello Macque, which is the building that you can see right there. That building have to give the right pressure, and then through pipes, water arrived to the different fountains. Uh, over 40 fountains at the moment we discovered. Actually, they were all connected with these amazing systems of pipes. And then to the gravity, the force could push down the water where? Well, to the fountains there, to the bathhouse, and to some towers called the Torre Aquaria, where they had the cisterns on top, and then the water arrived right where they should reach. But that is interesting, because can you believe that under these tons of ash here, you will still, hello everyone, you can still find incredible treasures. No one knows what could be under there. But recently, especially from 2015, some excavations happened to this part of Pompeii, gave us the chance to see some walls. This is called the Fronti discardi. All of this section of Pompeii, it's the side of the excavations that usually you need to put in safety, otherwise part of the material can go back to the streets and then can also waste structures under. So during this important action to preserve all of this part of the site, the archaeologists found an incredible home, a spectacular water fountain. Well, the tap is modern, but the fountain is still intact. And right here, where now I am, be ready, because you will see the beauty of the house of Leda and the Swan. 3, 2, 1. Here you are, family. That is what appeared from the ash after 2000 years, just a couple of years ago. The colors, the contrast of red, the beautiful decorations of the plants that you can see now with the zoom at the bottom of this red portion of this house is literally unbelievable. As unbelievable is the quality of the little paintings that gave the name to this house of the famous Greek story of Leda and the Swan. The Swan is the symbol of Zeus. They had a very weird relationships, and then, but that's a Greek story, Greek mythology. Romans used to paint a lot of Greek mythology around their homes. And this is all original. This is all found a couple of years ago while they were cleaning the neck of the excavations. They could find something that is so rich, intricate, and elegant. I notice the shadow of my phone. I think is really special. Also, the archaeologists can use few like these kind of plans to understand what kind of garden they had back then. For sure, most of this home is still under this material, this roller hash. The decorations are amazing. You're right, Robin. That is the proper entrance, and you can see how bright is the contrast of yellow that was obtained with ochre, the red, which is the typical Pompeian red from the cinnabar. And look at the entrance of this house. At the entrance here, you can see close the eyes of your kids. That is the god Priapus, that is checking the weight of his phallus. On the other side, there is a scale. No, there is a bag of coin. That was a symbol of good luck, and the basket of a still life under there, which is really, 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 no, making Pompeii sometimes laughing people when they see a frescoes like this. We have a similar image, similar paintings, not so far from here, a couple of blocks from my left, at the house of Vetti, the same kind of scene, the same kind of person, the same kind of god, doing the same thing, checking the weight of his phallus on a bag of coin on the other side. That is the entrance of the house of Vetti. But look also the spectacular decorations right in front of us there, the perspective and the different staircase with a vase at the bottom of there. So it means that this house, one of the richest of this district of Pompeii, still a lot on the other side. Still a lot buried. Yeah? That is another room on the other side there. Now there is not so much sun, so you can see better the quality closer of the details of these little flowers. No, that's all totally well preserved. That wall made with a net of volcanic rock that is used to protect part of the house from the rains and the ash that could prevent like mudslides. And then this portion over here is still waiting for the excavations. That is still all part of the ash that you can still see. Part of it is still waiting for the new excavations. And then here, another portion of the wall, the back wall of this house, still with some incredible frescoes intact. I think it's incredible and phenomenal to have something like this so preserved for such long time. Yes, it's true. It's a beauty that really, it's. But Pompeii is phenomenal in every corner. So the road where we are, this long vertical cardo, where the left it's still completely covered, will still give us in the future incredible treasures, I'm sure. Now the excavations of the region number 5 are focused on the back, on the other side. And we can still see how deep are the wheel tracks. If you look at the floor, we have a very deep wheel tracks, because this is the pattern of time. This is the way that all the chariot running down here, moving people and stuff and goods over centuries. Yes, I'm always showing you beautiful details, because the goal of my tours is to show you amazing details that you will remember forever. That is what I do. And those are the entrance of big homes. For example, next time that we will be in Pompeii, I will show you this house that will be open on a particular day. So we will do always something different, something diverse. Homes, shops, life, colors. I mean, some excavations now are still active around this corner. That's why you can see this ladder. So archaeologists are always discovering incredible things. So if you have someone studying archaeology, you can send them here in Pompeii. Ciao, Anna. So, dear family, how is going? Good? I think it's going good. I'm sorry I could not make the landscape mode, but I think it's still working very fine with the portrait mode, no? I was just in Pompeii yesterday. Oh, so remember to like the video and to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, so you can help me to to improve always on my channel. That's good. So let's go back to the video. And then recently they also found this perfect downpipe made of clay, like this. This is incredibly well preserved. But I want to go with you again to this new excavations area, but from the left corner. So you can see also these are the portion of the site. Pompeii, because the sewage system was not extended in the whole part of the city, and the pendants of the roads are very steep like that. When it's raining, actually they had to walk on the stepping stones like that, 1, 2, 3, to cross the roads. So the stepping stones are like the modern zebra cross. See, there are a lot of school kids now this moment of the year. So if you're planning to camp in Pompeii, you don't want to have so many kids around. You need to avoid April and May. So we are now at the feet of this tower, which is called the Torre Aquaria. So it was up there that they had a cistern. So the water, thanks to the gravity force, went up, and then pipes went down to this other fountain and other part of the city. Each fountain had a different face, a different image. This one here has like a sort of a cat, as you can see there. And then from here you can see the lovely horizontal streets of Pompeii. So the city is perfectly agreed, north to south, east to west. That's a great view through the stepping stones, with most of the buildings still intact for the vertical side. And the whole city is totally made with the same material that killed them. It's all basalt, it's all volcanic rock. And then talking about the new excavations area, let's walk behind here. That is the new part of the site, which is still working a lot. You can see there's still some of all of the ash to the left. This place where now we are working was excavated recently. Some portion also excavated in 1970s, but the best part of the place where now we are walking was excavated not so many years ago. And then from here, as we have seen for the Leda and Swan, we can get to see some other archaeological excavations still active to protect part of the frescoes from the sun, from the rain, and from the people. They have to cover them with this special kind of material. So we are literally to an archaeological dig active. Everything is still active. I don't know if you can remember, but few years ago, in 2019, in all the Facebook groups, many newspapers, TV, they were talking about a restaurant found in Pompeii. A restaurant, a beautiful restaurant, still with the food inside, and it's where now we are. This is the place where, in 2018-19, digging for the new excavations, they discovered. It's completely blurry. What can we say? It's these two. Let's see, maybe it will be better. It will be better soon. Let's see if we change the camera. Now it will refresh. Do you think it's better? Is it better, the quality? Let's check. If someone can write in the chat if it's better or not, I can understand if the tour still foots, yeah. Unfortunately, the YouTube, it's not like the Hego. I could not control. I know, Tina, I'm using the app connected to YouTube, but could not give me the chance to log in. So now we are here, still blurring. Okay, so we must leave this area. No, let's leave from here. Eh, so that is the problem of YouTube. Let's see, maybe if this is the month of May, it will be a test tour. If we need to handle with a blurry feeds all the time, I think that I will stop to do all of this live streaming, because it's frustrating all the time to walk, talk, but there is if there is not good quality from the other hand, that's not my fault, unfortunately. Anyway, now I'm walking back to the site of Pompeii. Hopefully, from here the quality and the signal is higher and better, so we can keep our tour. I'm going faster as I can. Let's see. Thank you, Beata. Thank you. Yes, let's see if so. Now I'm back on the main street, and hopefully the quality it's uh, it's better and higher. So actually, I was gonna say that all of that portion of the site that where the video was not good, it was still an excavations active. And right here at the corner where we are, there is another important shop that we can see quite often in Pompeii. Oh well, a restaurant. Pompeii is full of Roman restaurant called the Thermopolium, called Caupona if they had a space like this on the back over there, and the big jars made of clay, as you can see. They were used to keep warm or cold the temperature of food prepared from the back, stored here and serving to the street takeaway. So this was the view that a owner of a shop might have while people were ordering food from this shop from here. That is the street. This is the restaurant. No, people are. Hello, ciao. They don't know that we are on live streaming tour. They think there is a video, but it's funny. And it's also interesting to see how in every house or every commercial activity, when you see little niche like that, they were used to hold little statues of different gods, the so-called lares, house gods, called lararium. So shops could be restaurant, but could be bakeries, could be laundrette, or could be taverne, like this one here. This is a taverna, Luzoria, that was used for games. And what is interesting that archaeologists found, and we can still see now, a very weird sign outside this taberna, which is the symbol of a four phallus there. So actually we believe that the upper floor of this building could happen something special. Huh? You could understand what. And then above the lentils there, that you can see the empty keys for the wooden beams, that was part of the support for the second floor. And there you are, the Taverna Luzoria. The phallic shape was also used as a symbol of good luck. It was not just a symbol to show where they had like rooms called the lupanare, but it was also for other type of purpose. Pompeii has a 4 million of people every year. So now the number, the amount of people coming here, it's one of the main issue for the site, since the city was a city for 20,000 people, more or less, and it's hard to keep the maintenance of the site with so many travelers around. One of the most famous homes of the city that I understood during my um, work as a guide, not as an archaeologist, is this house. Because in many countries, like in England and in US, there are some program of school for history class that they are teaching about a character called, we call in Italian Cecilio, but in English is called Caecilius Giocondo, and that is the house. A lot of kids are there with the family. They say, "Oh, Raffaele, we want to see the house of Caecilius Giocondus." Okay, say, "Look, but it's closed." But they say, "No, you want to go," and that's why I understood that was a big uh, character for some history class. The house of this person that in the Roman time he was not a really good person. He was like a sort of a broker, and this is the entrance of his rich house. You can see the great mosaics with a dog at the entrance of his house with a big impluvium used for the collection of rainwater right there, and the garden, the inner garden to the other side. The mosaics with all the marble, that's it's all made by artists, artisans, people who work it, especially for the upper class, for the rich people. They were traveling from Pompeii to Herculaneum or to Naples, so we can sometimes recreate or we can understand the same hands who worked here and maybe for another family. Usually having an animal at the entrance of the house, the so-called fauces where we are, can be a dog, can be a bear, can be a wild boar. It was a symbol of protection for the same house or just a decoration like a welcome mat. Wherever you walk in Pompeii and then you see modern numbers, is because we have a map to understand where we are. Otherwise, it's easy to get lost, but also very important to understand what we study. Sometimes we can give you the name of a person who was living here because you can find carbonized work tablets like Achilles Jocundus. That's why we can also understand what kind of job he did. But sometimes, if you don't have any info of the name, like a seal, like a ring, you need to name the house in base of what you can find inside, like the house of Orfeo, where they found a beautiful fresco of Orpheus inside the peristelium. And now, dear family, we arrived one of the most important crossroads of Pompeii. Here, the one of these longest vertical streets with a beautiful view of the mountains around will meet another big but horizontal road called the Decumano. Four stepping stones, a great fountain made of travertine on this side, and then this view from here towards the sunset is just amazing. Look at this. Pompeii, it's phenomenal. Pompeii is really a place to be once in a life. One team of archaeologists studied all the stepping stones in the crossroads, and they realized that some of the stones are smoother to one corner, some other much more to the left or to the right, so they understood the one-way traffic system of Pompeii. That's great. The city was affected before the earthquake by a huge earth before the eruption by a huge earthquake. The earthquake of the 62 that changed a lot of the buildings around the site. Romans were repairing the buildings, but they had not enough time, and they were building a new bathhouse that now we go inside soon, but they never completed. So the city was a huge building site at the time of the explosion, but they had not enough time to complete it. That's a lovely other restaurant, completely made with a marble, marble from like leftover that they just bought like second-hand marble to create this beautiful decoration around this other restaurant. This was a corner shop, so actually it was a very good premium location. Pompeii is 124 acres. Pompeii is a site big, and a quarter of it today is still buried. Look also the doors for the shops, the grooves. They had the panels of wood able to close this entrance when the shop was closed. All of this sidewalk now it's modern because Pompeii was also one of the first sites open for the wheelchair. So to make it flatter, they have to remove the original part of the sidewalk, and they have to make this material that it's making all flatter. We believe also that these other few shops that you can see here, this was like a dying shop where they could change colors of clothes. Well, they used mainly bread to eat, because today we have a lot of plastic container. They had not these, but they had the bread that they could fill and then they could eat on the streets or in a corner of a bathhouse. Next to this restaurant, you can still see the original basin made of metal. Under there was space for a fire to boil liquid that could be urine, ammonia to change the colors of coal. Yeah, one is here and another one is there. So it was a big, big activity. Always a shrine for the house god right there, asking also for a protection or for a better business. No, lava never arrived here. The city was all completely buried with ash. We started our tour showing a big portion of the city still buried, and I was also showing some of the ash, but the city was covered under 30 feet of ash. And then in this part of the new excavations area of Pompeii, we are able to see also this other big home. Hopefully, this will be open soon. The house there with another beautiful fountains called the Impluvium. No problem. You can watch it after because I'm gonna post it public. Those niches where they had the statues inside. So every Roman house had mainly three big macro area. The first called atrium, which is where you see the impluvium, this pool for the collection of water. Then the office for business, and then private around the peristyle or peristilium, where usually they had the statues of the member of their family. It's a very sumptuous house, big, with a huge entrance over here, and a very well made because all of these big blocks of volcanic stone. So the city literally built with the same material that buried it, but they didn't know that Mount Vesuvius was a volcano. That is the portion of the second floor. That is a second floor that is going all up over there. And on the side of this house, there was also a little shop. We were just a few minutes ago right behind there. That is still one part of the site covered with ash. But the signal was not good. It was right behind there. So I was going to work from there to this side, but it was not possible for the quality of the signal. But let's go inside this complex of a bathhouse that Romans were trying to build, but they had not enough time because the Mount Vesuvius literally buried the whole city, and then they left things on the spot, still like a sort of a cantiera building site. This is the map of the bath where now we are, called the Terme Centrali. This is where we entered from the road. There was a huge gym in the middle, then cold, tepid, hot steam room. Here you are. You can see better the plan over here with a name called the Frigidarium, Tepidarium, Calidarium, and Sudatorium. Then there were also other shops outside and a gym. Here you are. This is the Terme Centrale, or what remain of this building site. This have to be, in the Roman time, in Pompeii, the largest building for the baths, but unfortunately, never finished. Still, part of the material is on the floor, marble, columns. This huge place in the middle where now we are, this was a big gym, palestra, while the rooms for the Calidarium, Frigidarium, and Tepidarium are on the back over there. The brickwork is amazing, like it's amazing the way how they used to make so sumptuous, so majestic, gigantic this place. Ciao Carla. Hello Carla. Is this a great place to live? Look at the mountains around with the sky. I think it was really beautiful to be here. The only issues for sure is the volcano. But again, they didn't know that was a volcano till the day of the explosion. That is the cone of the Mount Vesuvius. Yeah, this was a huge bat. The second floor, it was under construction. That's why you can still see some of uh, of the stair. But now we have also a very sad moment, because when they did the excavations, they found the body, the remain of a little kid, a 3 years old kid, a person, an inf- this child. He was looking for his mom, for his family, and he found the death alone in this building right here. That is the skeleton of a little child that he found. He was trying to hide from the steam, from this unusual rain of pumice. That's a pretty sad. It's a really sad moment. Pompeii. So I'm sorry, but yeah, Pompeii. It's not just a beautiful place. It's a big tragedy. That is the relief of the skeleton. You can see his skull. That is really, 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 really sad. Pompeii again. They left bones. Robin, he was covered with the plaster. They removed the original. They made the cast of the bones. That's why they left the bones here, which is this one. So, dear family, I think that Pompeii will give us the chance to explore over and over and over the site, discovering, learning more about this place. The only thing we need to work out better now with the tool to stream. Usually I was using Streamlabs, but I don't know why. But today there was an error in the message that say um, this is not an event that you can stream on a phone or something like this. I don't remember. That's why I went directly with the YouTube, and yes, that's why you can see that now I here. So you can also find all of my details in the descriptions of this tour. You can find link if you want to leave a coffee, if you want to follow my page, if you want to go onto my web page, everything. So remember that everything you need, it's in the descriptions of this tour. I will be more than happy to drink coffee from you. I will save coffee also for the next days, no problem. So you just need to focus close up on some words at the beginning of the live stream. So, oh, we stay in focus. I'm not understanding, Tina, what do you mean? Honestly. Thank you, Yute. Thank you. Let's go in the middle of the street so we can actually close also our tour. Tomorrow we will have other things to discover. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time that you are connected from all over the world. I'm trying to do always my best. Always. Coffee time. Ah, that's great. Coffee time. Thank you very much, dear family. Remember to follow the channel. Remember to subscribe to the channel. If you active the bell, you will get notifications where I'm running tour. Tomorrow I will be live from Pompeii, and on Saturday I will be live from Sorrento. So Saturday will be me and Alessandra from Sorrento. So we'll be there showing the sunset from that beautiful, beautiful city. Thank you very much. Naples has an excellent coffee. So I'm trying to understand what happened with the Streamlabs. I don't know. Otherwise, I will still keep using the YouTube directly. Hopefully, it won't be blurry anymore. And I will understand also the landscape because I started with landscape mode, but just to keep me off with the portrait mode. Hopefully, you enjoy the tour and see you tomorrow for another adventure around Pompeii. And yes, I hope that all went good apart that moment. And thank you again for all of your time, for all of the friends joining me from Pompeii live. So, dear family, if you have any questions, I'm here with you for other couple of moments. I want to move the camera to the other side so you will see part of Pompeii. Otherwise, I will close. And tonight we will have a big match because my city, Naples, for football is going to win the championship. No, I'm not a big fan of Facebook Live tours. I want to use um, just the YouTube channel because otherwise too many things to follow. It's not easy. Napoli will win, Ute. I hope. Yes, Napoli will win. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, dear family. So stay safe. See you tomorrow, same hour, same place, but different stories. And we see, yes, tonight is night for a pizza and a match. And thank you for all of your coffees. Even if now I cannot check, you are all in my heart. Thank you for all the PayPal and the coffee. Grazie, grazie mille. See you tomorrow from Raffaele and Pompeii. When they excavate, when they with they recycle the ashes to build road, cement, and many other things. Till now, most of the building companies will get paid a portion with the ash of the excavations. Thank you, family. See you tomorrow. Enjoy. Now I'm gonna be ready for the match. Ciao. Ciao a tutti.